Rangers could be on the verge of something huge, and this one feels different. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. A potential blockbuster move is beginning to gather real momentum as Lewis Ferguson emerges as a serious target, with influential voices inside the club pushing for a deal that would send a powerful message across Scottish football. Former Ibrox figure Ian Durrant has made his stance crystal clear. Rangers shouldn't hesitate, they should go all in. Despite concerns over whether the club can realistically match Bologna's valuation, there is growing belief that a breakthrough is possible, especially with reports in Italy suggesting a significant offer could force the Serie A side to the table. And when you look at the bigger picture, it starts to make sense. Ferguson, once the heartbeat of Bologna's historic Coppa Italia winning side, has found himself in a frustrating position this season. While he's remained a trusted figure in European competition, his role domestically has diminished, often reduced to appearances from the bench as Bologna struggle to replicate last year's heights. That shift hasn't gone unnoticed. Now 26 and entering a crucial phase of his career, the Scotland international may be ready for a fresh challenge. And Rangers, they represent more than just a transfer, they represent unfinished business. There's history here, deep-rooted, with both his father Derek and Uncle Barry Ferguson having worn the famous blue shirt. A move to Ibrox would carry emotional weight. In fact, it's previously been revealed that Ferguson was open to following that exact path when he left Aberdeen, but the call never came. This time it might. Barry Ferguson himself has acknowledged the growing noise, admitting interest in a player of that caliber is inevitable, even if the financial side remains unclear. Multiple clubs are expected to be circling, meaning Rangers would need to act decisively. And that's where Durrant's message becomes critical. He believes this is about more than just talent, it's about identity. In conversations with Chairman Andrew Kavanagh, Durrant has stressed the importance of restoring Rangers' core DNA, bringing in players who understand the badge, the expectations, and the culture that once defined the club. In his eyes, Ferguson ticks every single box: a high-quality midfielder, a leader, and crucially, someone who gets it. Durrant didn't hold back, urging the club's American ownership to make a statement signing, one that signals intent, ambition, and a return to tradition. In a squad that has gradually lost its Scottish core, Ferguson would represent a shift in direction, a reset. So while questions remain over the fee, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. This isn't just another transfer rumour. This is a move that could redefine Rangers' midfield and possibly their identity. And if the club are serious about making a statement, this might be the moment to prove it. In other news, Ali McCoist has branded Rangers mentally weak, with Hearts' toughness the main difference between the sides. After being second best during the first half, Derek McInnes sent his side out with a tactical tweak and a renewed belief, and they blew their visitors away to come back and win 2-1, moving 7 points clear of Rangers and all but pushing them out of the title race. Rangers were lax, particularly at both of the goals they conceded, and McCoist feels it is clear to see there is a mental weakness about them. He reeled off a number of games where it has been the same. Asked if Rangers will now be doing all they can to stop Celtic when they face them on Sunday, he said on TalkSport, "You would think so. The only problem is they look mentally weak. I'm saying they've got nothing to play for, which is a ridiculous statement when it's a Celtic versus Rangers game. But I'm not sure they are mentally strong enough. That is the only thing that would concern me." You look at Rangers, 2-0 up against Celtic and played for 45 minutes, 2-0 down at Livingston and played for 45 minutes. Motherwell 2-0 played for 45 minutes. There is a common them there. They can't play 90 minutes. The Ibrox legend didn't want his criticism to disguise the fact that Hearts were the complete opposite, with their fortitude carrying them through. Take nothing away from Hearts, different class, he added, absolutely different class. A spirit to go and play, Rangers dominated the first half. But that is the problem. There is no killer instinct. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have a will to win and a mental strength, then you don't win anything. If you don't have all the strength and ability, and Rangers don't have that either, and you're mentally weak, then you have no chance. That is the one thing Hearts looked in the second half, mentally strong. McCoist also expressed his concern over a lack of a Scottish core in the Rangers team, with no Scot featuring for them across the 90 minutes compared with Hearts 7. He added, "First thing I wrote down, no Scotsman. It's incredible. You could say what you like, but it matters. It's a big thing. It's a massive thing." Our successful team was filled with Scotsmen, whether it was Gorham, McCall, Durrant, Brown. I could name you 8 in the team. To be fair, it was littered with top-class Europeans and others around about it. You've got to have Scotsmen in your team. They know what it is about. It paints a damning picture, and one that goes far beyond a single defeat. For Rangers, this is no longer about dropped points or tactical missteps. It's about identity, resilience, and whether this group has the mentality required to compete at the very top. Ali McCoist's criticism cuts deep because it highlights a recurring flaw rather than an isolated collapse. Time and again, Rangers have shown flashes of quality, only to fade when it matters most. The inability to sustain performance across 90 minutes, something he repeatedly pointed out, has turned promising positions into costly failures. At this stage of the season, those lapses aren't just frustrating, they're decisive. In contrast, Heart of Midlothian embodied everything Rangers lacked. Their second half display wasn't just about tactics, it was about belief, fight, and the refusal to accept defeat. That mental edge is often the difference between contenders and also Rans. And right now, it's an area where Rangers are coming up short. The looming clash with Celtic should, in theory, be the perfect stage for a response. But McCoist's warning lingers. If the mentality doesn't change, the occasion alone won't be enough to spark it. Old firm fixtures demand intensity, pride, and relentless focus, qualities that have been inconsistent at best in this Rangers side. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.